Hi, this is Christina with Blessed Living. This is my weekly Monday meditation. It's Reiki infused, and I am so happy that you've joined me. This is just a time to de-stress, clear the energy for the coming week. A lot of times that builds right back up on Monday after the weekend, and I thought Monday evenings would be a nice time to kind of reset and clear the slate. And it's a good time to set intentions for the coming week. I also think this meditation and like the guided visualization is really a great first step or just constant step towards living a blessed life. And while we do these, I'm going to ask that you mute yourself during the video. I may use this for YouTube and for a subscription that I will be starting. Donations are accepted, but not required. And there'll be a Venmo link and Cash App link. But also that meditation is something that you can do every day. And this is just a time to set aside, hopefully give some accountability to sit down and do it. And I do guide my meditations based on astrology. I've just spent the last 6 months studying that like in depth. I'm still learning some of the subtleties, but my meditations will kind of follow through what's going on astrology-wise. And you can take that or leave it. But even if you're not following astrology, it's helpful just to hear some of the thoughts that are going on out there. For instance, today, July 31st, tonight, we will be having a full moon in Aquarius. And this is happening in July, which is a month where the sun is in Leo. So Aquarius is about humanity. It's about the collective. It's also about inventions. Can sometimes be seen like thinking outside the box or rebellious outside the box, doing things their own way. But usually for like problem solving, something better for humanity and the collective. And then Leo, our sun is in Leo right now. And the Leo represents the strong personality. It's charismatic. It lights up the room. So that's a lot of like self-identity and ego. And so right now you might be feeling this balancing act between the needs of the collective and humanity and what you want to do, your identity, how you want to shine. And so while I was thinking about that, it came to me this ancient symbol that we think of as representing the sun. And in astrology, you see this as representing the sun. But this also represents, the dot represents the identity, your ego, yourself, within the collective of the universe. And so you can also tie it into like your ego within your soul or your identity within the collective. So there's a couple of different ways that it's been used. But while I was meditating on today's meditation, this definitely came to me as how do we meet our needs within the needs of the collective? And you might be wanting to kind of step forth on your own path to meet the needs of the collective. You might want to step outside of like the structures of humanity and the collective to meet your own needs, or because you have another idea, maybe this will work. Yeah, so how do we balance that? And they're not quite in opposition at this time, but the Aquarius, the moon is in the first house, which represents identity. So there's another power struggle there. And the Leo, the sun right now is in the 7th house, which represents another balancing act, because Leo, the self, in the 7th house of partnerships. So how do you show up in relationships? And then how do you show up in humanity? And like, I just think there's just like going to be some collective trying to figure this out. And then in 2 weeks, on the 16th, we're going to have a new moon in Leo. So I think the next 2 weeks are really going to kind of be, people are going to be pushing and pulling through this. What the needs of their partners, their, and spouses or family members or work partners, and the collective and their own identity. And the only thing that I could think of that just made so much sense to me is to do a heart-centered meditation. Because whenever I feel imbalanced, I try to come back to a place of love, and that's your heart chakra. And it's actually, we know that the heart's one of the most powerful muscles. It also has its own kind of nervous system, because there's actual neurons in your heart, like in your brain, but different. So there's a lot of actually like neuroscience behind your heart. And when I was studying meditation, our leader, Nikolai, he had us do a heart meditation and was talking about the power of the heart for transforming. And I also know from energy work that the heart chakra is an energy that can transform things with love. And it's about opening the heart chakra for self-love and love of humanity. And so I think if we go into this time with an open heart for ourselves and others, we're going to navigate this space a little bit easier, with a little bit more peace in our life. And just learning to also flow with that. When we look at the Tao, it's about flowing with the energy. And the more we resist it or fight it, the harder it's going to be. So this is a time, I think, it's really important to kind of figure out where your identity fits within the collective, right? And utilize the energy of the collective as a loving universe. It's high unconditional love. It's a high vibration. We know that. I'm not going to say whether the universe is, a loving universe or whatnot. If you're religious and believe in God, I would hope that you believe in a loving God. It's a non-judgmental universe and God. And I'll stop going into the deeper areas with that and get back to meditation. So anyways, we're going to do a heart meditation. So I invite you to get centered. Take some deep breaths, and you're going to want to breathe in through your nose, all the way into your diaphragm and belly, and release. And continue with a few more deep breaths. Bringing yourself now just into yourself. Leave the collective, leave your partners. Focus on yourself right now. I invite you to take a deep breath. Try to breathe in for about 8 seconds and then hold it for about 4, 6 seconds, but at least hold it for a little bit. And that allows oxygen to infuse your brain and your blood. And then release. And if you can release, sometimes I'll even bend down and get all that air out. I was just reading that this actually even helps your heart. There's studies about how it can help live longer and everything. That bending over and releasing the stale air. If you have it in you to do one more, breathing in for a count of 6 or 8. Holding it. And release. push that last bit. And we're going to do what we call called just a relaxation. That's a series of progressive muscle relaxation. It's good. It's a relaxant. And this is helpful if you can't sleep. You can do this at any time whenever you're stressed or depressed, and it can help you sleep. So we're going to start with attention to your feet. I'm covering at my toes. Bring attention to your feet. Squeeze your toes, stretch them, and you're going to stretch all the muscles, tighten them, flex them, and release. Then you're going to do that to your lower legs, your calves and shins, maybe your toes again, and release. And then your thigh muscles. You're going to tighten your thigh muscles, your buttocks, shins and calves again if you'd like, and release. Let's do that once more. Focus on those, your butt muscles, your buttocks, your hips, and tighten those up and release. Think about that through the day. I just spent the day with sciatic, the week with sciatic, and I just had to learn to release the muscles there. And just get tightened and release. Okay, we're going to take our fingers, squeeze those tight and flex those fingers and release. And your forearms, tighten those muscles and wrists and fingers and release. And then your upper arms and forearms, tighten those up, make your muscles and release. Just relax. If you're seated and you find you'd like to lay down, you can lay down. Now we're going to go back to our back and our lower back and squeeze the muscles in our back like you're pinching an apple with your shoulder blades and release. We're going to squeeze our shoulders up to our ears. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Feel your shoulders. Are they released? In the yoga class, that's what I see everyone doing, is pushing on the shoulders because we always hold them up. Release. Part of this is also just becoming cognizant of your body, the state of stress you're holding on to, and we just need to let it go. Be in the present moment, no need for it. We're going to take our face muscles. Squeeze all your face muscles up to your nose. Widen your mouth. Squeeze all those muscles and release. And then take your whole body and squeeze and flex. Tighten everything and release. Release. And let go. Give yourself the present moment. Allow your mind to clear. Yes, there are things to do, but right now you're in the present moment, sitting or laying here. Just let them go. They'll be there when we're done. You want them to. If you find it hard to focus and clear your brain of all the thoughts, just focus on your breath. In and out. Relax and release. Relax, release. We're going to center ourselves by focusing on our heart chakra, Bring your attention to your heart chakra. I like to bring my hands up, put it in front of my heart. Say hello, my heart. I love you, my heart. Acknowledging your heart. Imagine that your heart is a glowing, bright light. It's so bright that you can barely look at it. You can barely contain it in your palms. You feel this white light that envelops you. Like your heart is just reaching out to give you a hug in this white light of protection and love. Smile at your heart. I love you too, my heart. Imagine that you're merging with your heart. You're merging with this white light of unconditional love. Your heart beats for you without thinking, without pausing. That's how great your heart loves you. It needs no thanks. It likes to be cared for, but even if you're not caring for it, your heart will still beat for you. Your heart's still beating. Here with you for every breath. Think about all the other things that you're grateful for. Other things you're grateful for in your life. The other things you're grateful for in your body, all the cells. Maria Montessori called it the Great River, and that every cell in your body had a cosmic task that it did without ceasing, without asking, without thanks, out of love for you. Your body is an entire universe in and of itself. You can expand that to think of the other things in your life that you can be grateful for. The big things and the little things. Things that happened today, things that happened in the past. Just sit with that gratitude and feel that love that is surrounding you in that white light. I'm grateful for my dog who likes to come in here once in a while. She's 14 and a half years. And we talked about your identity. This bright light, this heart chakra that's hugging you, your heart, is part of your identity. Now I invite you to extend that love and that white light out to the universe, to your partners, at work, at home, your family, and to all of humanity. And extend that love to all. Allow your whole body to just glow with this bright white light as you extend it. And as you extend this love, part of that balance is also ensuring you're protected. So the white light is also a protection to shield you from any unwanted energies coming in. As you extend high vibration love, only high vibration love comes in. Feeling yourself being this radiant, beautiful light. And the one thing I know with Aquarius and Leo, there's still boundaries there. So we're giving unconditional love, but also without attachment. Something else taught in the Tao is a detachment. You do not have to get tied into somebody else's energy to give them love. And that's a way to protect myself and my identity within the greater humanity. And then figure out where you want to sit in this and extending unconditional love to the universe, humanity for Aquarius, but also the trees, the soil, the wind, the sun, the ancient symbol of the sun. And where do you need to bring that love back? Give it to yourself. Part of Montessori education is that we all have a cosmic task. And one step towards finding your cosmic task is to start with loving yourself. Your heart loves you. Give your heart some love. If you're not ready to love yourself, love your heart a little bit and make choices that are good for your heart. It shows your heart you care. You might see my candles. Keep candles around to remind myself always of my light and to shine my light. What are reminders you can give yourself that you are a bright light that is here for all of humanity. And as you find your identity within that, let it shine. May the sun bring you new energies by day, and may the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away any worries you may have, and may the gentle breezes refresh your soul. In all the days of your life, may you walk gently through the world and know its beauty. You have been given the gift of a new day. Receive it and use it in a lifelong journey for knowledge and understanding that you are a light in this magnificent world. Stay. I honor the light in me, honors the light in you. I invite you to join me every Monday. I'll be doing a meditation about 30 minutes long because I know that it's going to get busy here with school starting. And I also ask you to check out my website. I am in the middle of creating some Reiki packages. Yes, Reiki packages for one-on-one healing work and adding some things to my astrology area. If you're at all interested, definitely sign up with the contact or subscribe to the newsletter because that will start coming out. And I am here and I have found some grounding in the last year. And I'm here to stay and shine my light. I hope that you join me so that we can make sure your light is shining as well.